Prof, let me get back to you now, because you at least have an understanding a bit of the second tier of the debate that involved Johnson Sakaja and Polycarp Igathe. Now, there has been actually this criticism befalling Sakaja for apparently coming in about 20 minutes late. That was into the debate, and some have seen some reaction on social media, some saying that that was quite disrespectful of Sakaja to come in late. Let me get your thoughts on that.
Yes, but not only the coming late, I think the question Igathe raised on what was a declaration on Sakaja's academic qualification 2017. 2017 allegedly declared that he has a degree from University of Nairobi. There was no mention of Tim's University in Uganda. So it turns out that he didn't have a degree from University of Nairobi. That is already an offense because those documents were tendered to a government agency. So Martha Karua has insisted that whoever we elect, that the person needs to pass the integrity test. I want to say that from that exchange between Sakaja and Igathe, Sakaja doesn't pass the integrity test. I think we need to be careful as a people. If in the village committee, where we do as in governor of Nairobi, so that exchange, we need to have a look at it. It was a beautiful exchange. His resignation. I think any of these Kenyans who is able to make a determination that by being in the office is not serving the purpose to which the Kenyans wanted to serve by electing me and resigns, we need to realize those are principled Kenyans and those are the people we need in leadership.
Okay. Hesbon, I mean, Sakaja is already gazetted by IBC, so definitely he's, going to be in the ballot papers. But on one hand is Sakaja, who's that controversial degree still haunting his credibility. And on the other hand is Igathe, who quit 6 months into the job. Looking at the two candidates, what do we need? A political leadership or a technocrat?
Well, I think whether you're a political leader or a technocrat, you will need to demonstrate leadership, that is geared towards serving the citizen. It takes both. I mean, you have to get the skills of dealing with the corporate politics. And I think Igathe has that. People tend to believe that there isn't politics in the corporate world. There is serious, serious politics. The only difference is that in the corporate world, you can't get away with it. It is serious politics that is informed by the shareholder value, that you have to work in the interest of the people who've invested their money. And I think it's the same thing in politics, that there is the shareholder value. You have to work in the interest of the people who are giving you that power. So as far as their traditions are concerned, one from the corporate world, another one who has been in politics, I think what they bring, what we saw yesterday, I think was a very shrewd politician in Sakaja, and it worked for him. Come late, exude confidence, deflate your opponent, and then you'll have a field day. You'll have an edge, A lot of questions from Igathe that Sakaja had to respond to. He actually responded like someone who understands the city of Nairobi. One of the key things that he was asked, which to me, if I was Igathe, I wouldn't have asked, is a politician and you oversight the city that you represent, the only thing you can do is never take side, but prosecute. And I think if we reflect back, he prosecuted his point on Sonko impeachment.
So would you say perhaps Sakaja was able to articulate his issues much more better than how Igathe did?
He did. To be fair to the viewers and Sakaja Igathe, I think Sakaja did execute his candidature, the things he stands for. A very in-depth understanding of this city of Nairobi to a large extent, And you can actually say that from the two, on the basis of how they articulated themselves, Sakaja has a bigger understanding of what is happening in Nairobi. But credit to Igathe, because what we expected was a whitewash. We expected that Igathe would come in with the corporate appeal, the aura of a corporate executive. But far from it, he came in as a politician, He took Sakaja blow by blow. Everything that Sakaja explained, you could actually see that this is someone who understands this. So what puts Igathe, probably at a similar pedestal as Sakaja, is that we've seen both in Nairobi. We've seen a politician run Nairobi. I mean, we didn't get much out of it. We ended up with NMS. We've also seen an executive in Kidero run Nairobi. So on the basis of what we've seen, you can't say that you need a corporate guy or you need a politician. So it's a question of to what extent do they convince us that they can marry the two. And I would say that on that front, Igathe won. Okay. Igathe came with a corporate aura, but demonstrated that he also understands the politics. But let me say this, whether we want to run away from it or not, the people of Nairobi will still be asking themselves, we need a leader that we can trust. With all these integrity issues surrounding Sakaja, he is on the ballot, and it is important that this thing will be adjudicated by the voters. Okay. I don't think voters will run away from the fact that you need someone you can trust as the governor of Nairobi.